Hello everyone and welcome to Sports Gaming Universe channel here on YouTube. Doing something a little different today. I've been meaning to do this for quite a long time and just have not gotten around to it. And that is kind of bringing back some of my classic videos that were on my Nadasfan channel. They are no longer on this Sports Gaming Universe channel, and that's kind of a shame. They should be. So this is the very start of the Joe Broadway series. Yes, all the way back to MLB 2K10. This was originally submitted to Machinima Sports only. And I don't even think this one was on my Nadasfan channel. I later started putting this series on the Nadasfan channel, but I thought that I would take some time and go back and redo commentary on some of the classic videos and kind of tell you about what I was doing at the time or what the inspiration was. So anyway, there isn't a better place to start doing this than with the Joe Broadway series, the very original Joe Broadway, because I had quite a few followers just because of this series. It started very randomly enough. I didn't really know what to name a guy. I kind of sat there for a long time trying to think of a clever name, you know, something that would work well. Well, I don't know, I just kind of had this vision of Joe Namath, you know, Broadway Joe in my head. And so I kind of flipped it around and went Joe Broadway because it was in the database for what they would announce for the announcers. And so, okay, I'm like, okay, Joe Broadway. Didn't really think about it too much. You know, it's kind of a staple for everybody who watches my channel now. Always wants to see Joe Broadway in live streams and all those things. So, but back at this time, it was absolutely random creating this guy. Had really not done any career modes or anything as far as series that were up on YouTube. So this was brand new to me. And all his features, everything I did was just completely random. And my commentary was definitely not as solid back then. I was really kind of unsure on what to talk about. Things have changed a little since then, so it's a little interesting going back to see what I had done back then and now kind of coming full circle on it and just kind of updating what happened with this. So here you see it took quite a time showing the creation here and finding out later that, you know, the show does a much better job in letting you create a player. These guys are pretty hideous looking in the 2K series. So I think all in all I did a pretty good job with Joe Broadway. I found out later with Jack Homerman that you could really make some ugly looking people. So, you know, he turned out all right, you know, all things considered. So, got him all set up, and it took a while. I probably, if I were to redo this again today, I probably wouldn't show this much of the creation. I kind of skip over those things because, well, it gets a little boring, a little long. But I just kind of left this video as it was and doing commentary over the top. So you see the choosing of all the equipment and everything getting going with this series. But the meat and potatoes obviously is when he starts his career. And I think I maybe get to the first clutch at bat that he gets in his minor league career in this first episode. So the plan anyway, I'll just talk a little bit about what I plan to do with this is just get some of the classic videos back. Joe Broadway being one of them. I'm sure there's others that I can hit upon. I can kind of think of like Lando Lakes, Road to Glory, my very first Road to Glory with Lando Lakes, who was a running back at the University of Minnesota with the Gophers. I'll probably try to bring that back as a classic series as well. Maybe redo some of the commentary on that. But I just think that some of these videos really are probably being missed out by people who did not follow my channel back when I was on the Nadasfan channel. So I would like to kind of give them a chance to see where a lot of these came from. So I get a lot of questions on what the batting stance was for Joe Broadway, and I think I carried it over into his MLB 11 The Show days. He started off as Will Clark, but I think that changed over time to Mike Lowell. So the very first batting stance was Will Clark. Because I liked him a lot back in his Giants days. You know, he was kind of my era. So went through here and picked at random who he was going to play with. And as you see, I searched through, did eventually end up with the San Francisco Giants. That was pretty random as well. So that is where he starts off. You see a 55 overall entering that organization. And the rest is history. It starts from here. So he's taken in the draft by San Francisco, and it's on to play some ball for Mr. Joe Broadway. So here you see June 11th, 2010. Woo, way back machine here. So anyway, he's going to get his first chance with the Richmond Flying Squirrels. Loved that he got placed on that team. That's kind of a fun start. You got to love some of the minor league teams and their nicknames. So in the case of Joe Broadway, I not only plan to bring back the classic episodes, but I'm hoping that even though this game is a couple years old now, I'm still hoping to further his career, whether it be in live streams or also in continuing episodes of the series. So look for that as well. I'll be supplementing on both ends, really. I'll be bringing the classics back like I did right here. As you see, his very first at bat, he's going to ground into a double play. Not a very good start. So, but that's how it works sometimes. So out to the field, he is a first baseman. At least that's how he started his career, and it makes a play there. So I'm not going to talk too much about the gameplay. I've done that, I've been there and done that, but just wanted to kind of talk about more of the inspiration. So, you know, I really didn't know what to expect when I posted this to Machinima Sports. The initial reception was pretty good, and this video itself has done really well on Machinima Sports over the time it's been up. I believe it's, I don't remember numbers exactly, maybe 40,000 views, 50,000 views, somewhere in that neighborhood. I might be giving it a little too much generosity there, but it was one of my better viewed videos on Machinima Sports for a long time. So this series was a really nice start for me in doing career modes, and just kind of picked up some viewers that way. And it was kind of humble beginnings, but it was a lot of fun. So definitely have come a long way from this, but just wanted to share this with you, and there'll be more. I'll bring more of the episodes out here as you see Joe stealing second base, getting in there. Nope, never mind, he's thrown out. And he's got to work up that speed. This is the very start, of course. So you'll see more of that. Ooh, look at that flying hop throw there. Craziness. So that'll do it for the first classic Joe Broadway episode, episode 1. I'll bring episode 2 to you pretty soon. Take it easy, guys.